About 3 years back, we set out targets and we made them actually public. And it was quite a big risk because, at that time, we were much further behind in our journey, as I said, and especially for my own department. We are focused internally on being inclusive, and inclusivity is inclusivity of thoughts. And some things you can't measure or can't see, even with data kind of thing. And that has helped us really expedite our journey.
The network groups within Britvic are really important. I think first and foremost it's for raising awareness within the business. We do a lot of events where we try and reach as many employees as we can, and we share what Britvic's doing and what it's doing in our journey. So a lot of the time we're going out, reaching out to different employees all across the business, and we want their feedback. And then we take that feedback as an employee network group, and we go and tell the wider business what people want to see change.
I am identify as a gay man, so I think being part of the community, I've seen in the past, if you're not able to really sort of bring your full self at work, it does sort of limit in terms of what you can accomplish and what you can contribute. Even from small things like having our Be Proud Allies lanyard. I remember starting the organisation actually and coming in, and I remember my first day walking in and I saw allies with the badges, and you sort of think actually it is a very inclusive environment. I think one of the highlights that we've had is that we've received a commendation from the Inclusive Awards, nominated for one of being the best network groups across the country.
One of the key areas in being seen is creating the right environment. We've put in place a number of things where when we redesigned the office at Britvic post-COVID, we thought about the colour schemes, we thought about the soundproofing, we thought about quieter spaces for people to be able to operate in. And obviously we've taken that forward and put that into our handbook and our policies to make sure we're really thinking those things through.
About 4 years ago, I was sat in a meeting, looked at the screen and I saw double. After a lot of investigation, I was diagnosed with having multiple sclerosis. And a lot of my colleagues around the business didn't know this, which then led me really to think about, well, that's an unseen disability. And I'm sure if I tell my story, that there might be other people who can connect with that, which is what I did. And fundamentally, that was the start of what can only be described as a fantastic network here at Britvic.
When I joined Britvic, it looked very different, and I did feel quite isolated at times, and I felt very uncomfortable sometimes being the only person that looked like me. We now celebrate what makes us Britvic. We celebrate various different cultures and religions and just things that make us special, and I myself have learnt so much. Representation does matter. When I grew up, there wasn't anybody, even on the TV, not alone in places or positions that looked like me. So I didn't have a reference point, and I didn't feel it's something I could aspire to because no one else was doing it. Britvic committing to these targets by getting ethnic minorities into leadership means that people coming up can inspire to also fulfil those positions.
I'm really proud of the work that the Be Empowered group has done, along with all of the other network groups, to contribute to changing our family policies.
Supply chain really stood out to me because a lot of our events and a lot of everything that we did here at Britvic was very head office focused. So we started the journey by going out to all our different sites and briefing them on our wellbeing agenda and what D&I looks like being at Britvic. And that's where the roadshow came from, really, the roadshow idea. And originally it was I wanted to go to every site, every shift pattern, even night shifts, and make sure that we spoke to every employee. And that's what we did.
Inclusion and diversity hasn't just been seen as a tick exercise, but actually it's been something that can truly move the dial. I'm not just talking about business performance, we're talking about individuals feeling like they belong. And I am really proud to say that, being part of Britvic in my 2.5 years, I've seen that momentum and that change.
Now it's become employee-led. Everyone wants to be included. Everyone's got a story. Everyone's got something fantastic to say and they feel part of it now. I think we've missed out on talent for too many years as a business. So I think now the talent that's coming through from all backgrounds is just, that's fantastic.
Britvic is really living diversity, inclusion, belonging and equity throughout the entire company. Doing events like this, bringing the cause to the front line, and their engagement with DIAL Global has been really, really great.
Hearing the successes here at Britvic today makes me so incredibly proud of the work that we do in helping our member organisations to move the dial and accelerate towards an inclusive culture. We really look forward to working with them in the years to come and helping them achieve all of their goals within the diversity, inclusion, belonging and equity space.
I think for me, we have incredibly strong foundations around what we do in this agenda. We have a very strong caring value at Britvic, and I think we also have a strong ambitious performance drive. And underneath both of those things, for inclusion, there's a really important drive towards something that I call psychological safety. I really do believe that if we get that cultural piece right and we really work on psychological safety, I think we can drive a next level of innovation and daring for Britvic.